What's up, my dudes? Valk here, and today we're back at it again with Enemy Crash Tower Defense, and I'm going to be showing you guys, or at least trying to, and hopefully I don't crash this run, how to do the best damage farm possible for Boros. Because if you guys don't know, in the Discord, Galaxy went ahead and sneak peeked Awakened Boros, which is basically whenever he releases his power and strips off his armor and all that stuff, and yeah, I'm going to assume Boros is getting an LR plus. I'm going to assume he's getting an Evo. So yeah, I'm going to show you guys how to grind damage for him. So first thing first, if you guys don't have my exact team, it's not a big deal. All you got to do is look at Boros. He's got a funny spelt name. And you want to either use Big Bad Bosses, Emperor. You want to use any of these leads to essentially that you have. Based on what you have, use one of these leads to lead him, because anything's better than his own lead, which is plus 90%, which is pretty low, pretty small. And he has massive damage, so even though massive damage is awful, it's going to be really good for damage farming. You can see I already had 2.55 bill. I crashed in the middle of the run, so I'm just glad I saved the damage. But yeah, that does suck, but it definitely could have got a lot more damage if it didn't crash. So next up is the actual team construction. Here you can see I have Dofi for the lead with Big Bad Boss. Category attack plus 110%, SPA minus 10%. This is a super strong lead. SPA minus 10% is no joke. Very, very, very powerful. LR Boros himself obviously need to grind damage. Ichigo Blanco, he's going to be good for the white application. White's going to be a massive damage amp. And then we have Mooj. Mooj is going to be really good for CST and locking up the enemies. Leader, and then Idol. Yeah, this is going to be a thing. It might sound like I'm speedrunning it. It's because I already did all this, but I crashed at like wave 47. So yeah, fun times, right? I love crashing after 15 minutes, and then I had to remake the whole video. Yeah! Anime World Tower Defense! Woo! If I'm starting to crash, then there's definitely big issues going on, because I have a really good computer. So it is definitely not my computer. So yeah, the game definitely has optimization issues. Always has, always will. But let's go ahead and do this. Hit auto skip, hit ready, hit this, hit auto ability. And yeah, I'm gonna let you guys know this right now. This Boros is terrible. He's awful, so grinding damage for him is not going to feel very good. Whenever a unit is bad like this, basically grinding damage is basically not the most pleasant thing. But this is why we're playing it on normal. On normal, lets us kind of ignore food. It lets us basically go ahead and grind for a long period of time and get a massive amount of damage in, because we're going to be using massive damage. So yeah, that's going to be nice. But yeah, he's going to be able to get a lot of damage in, which is going to be really helpful, and it's going to be really good. I imagine you're going to want between 70 to 80 billion in that range, because that's what all the other LR pluses are. There is Gilgamesh, who takes 100 billion damage, which is, that's new. That is a lot of damage to actually grind up. But as far as that goes, Gilgamesh is a bit of an outlier. Everything else is 70, 80 bill. Yeah, I think grinding damage, though, really isn't... Once you have the right units, grinding damage is not that hard. It's not bad at all. It just takes time, right? And that's one thing a lot of people kind of sleep on, is the amount of time it does take sometimes to grind damage. And there's certain units there's units that get nerfed because other units, right? Like Makima, for example. And now grinding the damage for like Secret Rare Makima it's awful. It feels terrible, dude. It's really, really bad. Alright, so we're going to start getting him to his full AoE. Once he gets full AoE, then we're going to go ahead and put down Leader and start working on all that. Alright, there we go. Now we work on Leader. Put Leader right there, and now we're good to go. That's pretty much it. That's the run, guys. That's a run, folks. Yeah, but that's basically what's happening. Like I said, we're just going to grind up damage now. We don't really need range up, because we're going to be putting all the Boroses like right here and making sure they can basically hit spawn. Because I crashed, I already have a good idea of exactly where to place them. So yeah, I guess crashing was a good thing. No, it wasn't. It was a terrible thing. Anyways, set them the strongest, that way they're always attacking the strongest enemy. It's going to allow you to go ahead and kind of turbo focus on just grinding damage, because that's all you're here for. You don't really care about anything else. You're just here to grind damage on Boros. Nothing else really matters. So we're going to do this, set you the strongest. You got to make sure to set all of them the strongest. Pretty important. Yeah. Just about max you out. Almost max you out. Close, close. Not quite, but almost there. The good news about the game crashing is now I can drink my coffee while I sit here and do this and yap away. Like, a lot of people underestimate how hard it is to sit here and yap for 15 minutes straight about nothing while I'm just sitting here grinding damage. It's pretty hard. It's quite a challenge, and this is the reason I forget a lot of stuff whenever I'm doing infinite runs, because I'm sitting here yapping my head off, just trying to be entertaining for so long. So I forget stuff a lot. Alright, so we're going to do this, set you to last, and we're just going to give him the line. Alright, and then we're going to go here. We're going to do 1, 2, 3. We're going to set you to strongest, and then set you to nearest. Now I can focus on just upgrading everything. So now we're just going to upgrade Dofi. Dofi's really, really good, by the way. Dofi's insanely good. A lot of people really underestimate how good Dofi is. There's a reason why whenever I came up with a buff for Dofi, I just added Genius to him and lowered cost, because I believe those were his two biggest issues. I don't believe attack is his issue. I don't think he has a big issue doing attack. Now, if he was full AoE bleeding at the very end, oh god, he'd be so good. But he's not. So, instead, he's just a circle AoE bleeding, which is just okay, right? But at the end of the day, he's just, look at his, like, look how quickly he spawns them in. He's so good. Yeah, no, Dofi's like an insanely, insanely good unit. Very, very, very slept on. Has always been slept on. Yeah. So we're going to do this. We're going to get the cats up to the big upgrade. Once the cats are at the big upgrade, we kind of leave them alone. But look at his attack stat. 5.26 mil. So nice. And he's got a 110 minus 10% SPA lead. Oh, he's so good. So good. Alright. Next we're going to do this. Alright, cool. So now we're going to figure blah, 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 blah. English is hard. I need my coffee. We're going to focus on actually upgrading the Ichigo Blancos, and then we're going to go from there. So here we're going to do this all the way to max. We're going to max out all of these guys first, make sure max placements on everything. I wish that there was like a place limit counter somewhere on this little like UI, like maybe like up here or something, right? Just so I could see, so I don't have to go through and like click each one, because I know I could literally see and be like 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. I know I could do that, right? But it's much easier for me to just have like a thing telling me like, hey, you got this out of this many placements, you got this many down, so I don't have to go through and check them all. Right? I can't be the only one that feels that way. Okay, so now we're just going to kind of AFK and kind of just chill out while I drink coffee. Yeah, that's the whole game plan. Listen, alright, listen. This is my second time damage grinding. I crashed out at like wave 47 last time. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. If it happens again, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go hit up Galaxy in the Discord and start fighting him. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to schedule a boxing match. Dude. Another YouTuber boxing event. I'm sure everybody wants to see that. Anyways. You know, that's how... There's so much drama in the, like, Roblox tower defense community, right? There's so much drama. Everybody should just settle with boxing matches. That'd be a good way to do it, right? Like, imagine, like, Bland Spot boxing the teenagers. Because, you know... Could you just imagine that and how funny that would be? You stole Anime Last Stand from me! Ding, ding, ding! Something like that would just be hilarious, dude. Anytime there's like any disputes, it's just a boxing match to settle it. Boxing match for the rights to Anime Last Stand. That sounds so based. That's like the best idea I've ever came up with. Imagine how much, like, how many views that would generate too on YouTube. Hey, Blam's always about chasing them views. Hey, that's a good way to do it. That's a good way to do it. Oh man. But yeah, I kind of woke up late today because I was up all night playing a game called Enshrouded with my boy. He bought it for me out of nowhere and then was like, hey, hop on. I was like, sure. And while I meant to go to sleep at like 10 p.m., right, I ended up staying up till like 2 a.m. So, yeah, I had a good time with that. That was a really fun game. But now, my sleep schedule that I love is now in shambles. So, hopefully, tonight I can go to sleep at a regular time. Because I need to be nice and rested for whenever maintenance happens this weekend. Yeah! That way I can actually test stuff and, you know, make sure nothing's like crazy broken or anything like that. So that's going to be a really big deal. Yeah. Like I said, now we're just chilling. We're just watching damage go up and stuff like that. There's really not a whole lot to do here. You can see the bleeding kick in. My question is, though, with Dofi and bleeding, like, how good is it really? And also, does he share any categories with Full Hollow Ichigo? You can tell where my priorities lie. I'm always trying to make Full Hollow Ichigo work. What if... Okay, so what if... I don't know what Dofi's tentacles do right now, if they just slap for damage. What if we gave them Bloodthirsty too? Just saying, it's a possibility, right? That'd be kind of nasty, wouldn't it? Dofi have Dofi have bleeding on his main, and then Bloodthirsty 2 right there on these for applying anemia as well as giving them big damage. Oh, that'd be kind of sick. But Dofi doesn't need any buffs right now. He's in a good spot. But that would be really cool. But yeah, no, Dofi, like I said, doesn't need any buffs. He's in a good spot. So, let's see. Look. He's almost at 1 billion damage each. This is where I crashed out last time. I don't think I'm going to crash out this time. Almost at 1 bill damage apiece. That's really, really good in my opinion. And we should be going for like a solid 20 or so more waves. So that's going to be interesting. So this damage should start skyrocketing for them really soon. Otherwise, this damage grind is going to be a lot more rough than I thought it was. Yeah. Do I have to upgrade? Did I upgrade the Mooges already? I did. Okay, good. The Mooges are upgraded. They're almost at 1 mil attack stat each. 1 mil attack stat is when Mooge starts to break the game. So, hopefully we can get them there. I love watching the tentacles turn to fight like whatever's there. That's really funny to me. Dude, they go so fast despite all the debuffs on them. They just don't care. Anyways, you guys can see the damage racking up on Boros. Now, if you were to damage grind as like a squad or a party, it's going to be much easier than damage grinding solo. Like, damage grinding solo, you're basically not guaranteed to ever, you know, do a whole lot. But if you damage grind with other people, I promise you, you will get really good returns on every single run you do. Every single run you do, I can promise you, will be really, really good value. Yeah, I think we lose here. Oh, just barely got him. Okay. So, about 3 bill damage apiece, so about 12 billion damage a run. Not awful, but not good. So, it's going to take you a good number of runs to get that 100 billion, 80 billion damage mark. But anyways, I think it's probably going to be worth it. Anyways, thank you guys for watching as always. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.